Hello and welcome. This is James Blanchard, Cisneros, at your service. Today I will be reading the April 16th Facebook post and making a few comments on it, and I trust it will assist both of us on our journeys. Here we go. You are the author of the world you see. When you awaken, you will recall that you are the author of your dream, not just a victim or lonely figure in the dream. When the awakened mind remembers oneness, she remembers that the figures in the dream are an extension and expression of the dreamer, not actual separate entities from her. If the dreamer has a peaceful mind, she will see and interact with more peaceful figures. If the dreamer has a chaotic mind, her figures will appear more chaotic. All the pain, suffering, stress, and anxiety in our minds are caused by our reactions to these figures that we have helped define. Once the lessons that we are simply reacting to figures in our dreams is recalled, we will forgive and release them from all we thought they did to us. We recognize that because we have done this to ourselves, we also have the power to undo what we have done. Today, let us awaken to our true power by remembering that we are the authors of our dream, and that we have the ultimate say of how we choose to act, react, interact, and participate in this world. Today, let us look at two worlds. First, you have the dream world, and then you have the physical world. In the dream world, there's two ways to interact with it. One is the way most people do, is simply be reactionary, reacting to whatever's happening in the dream. And there's another way, it's called lucid dreaming, to participate in it lucidly. And that simply means waking up within the dream. And once you wake up within the dream, you immediately get that you're dreaming, and you take conscious control of it. And so all these characters that you thought while you were non-lucid, that you were reacting to, or that they were making you feel a certain way, now that you become lucid within the dream, now you get that these characters are really you. That you have shaped these characters because they're all within your mind. Equally so, in the physical world, there's two ways to basically participate in it. One is sleepwalking through life, sleepwalking through the world. That's when you believe the ego's programming of you as real, that you are somebody whose essence is anger, judgment, resentment, revenge, stress, anxiety. All those things the ego has programmed us to believe that we are, which in truth we are not. We have just been so simply programmed to believe that that's a true part of us. And the other way is to awaken within the physical world. So either you're sleepwalking through it, or you are awakened in it. And when you are awakened in it, that simply means that you remember what your true essence is. That you are indeed love, that you are love's creation, and love is all. And therefore you are an expression of that creation. You are an extension of that creation. And so too are all your brothers and sisters, because they too are simply an extension of love, which is the creator, love. And so when you are awakened in the physical world, you understand that your brothers and sisters are not anger, resentment, jealousy, revenge. Even when they think they are that, you know, when you're awake in the physical world, that they are not really that. That's just simply an act that they're playing, a part that they're playing, that they think they are. But because you remember your true essence is love, and because we are all one, you also remember that their true essence is also love, is also joy, peace, compassion. Those are all extensions of love, peace, joy, compassion, kindness, generosity, forgiveness. And so when they are sleepwalking through the world, it's the same thing as being non-lucid in the dream state. They're both equally the same. Here, you believe you have no control over things, and things in the dream you are simply reacting to the way you have been quote-unquote programmed to react to them. Equally so, in the physical world, when you're sleepwalking through it, you're simply reacting to things as you have been programmed to react, not through your true essence, which is love. And so then we go back to the dream world. When you become lucid within the dream world, you now know that whatever is happening in it, you have a great part of it. They are acting the way you think. And so your mind these characters are an extension of your mind. Equally so, when we go in the physical world, when you see your brothers and sisters, you know that if you're seeing them as angry, it's because you believe in anger. You believe that anger is a real part of you. If you see them being jealous, resentful, or jealous, then it's because you believe that those emotions are real. But when you know that only love is real, then if they quote-unquote act that way, it doesn't affect you because you know that they're simply acting. And so that's the point of the post, is that you are the author of the world you see. And a way to practice that, you can even practice it in your dreams. I get into chapter 11, I believe I speak about lucid dreaming. And the way just to get a little bit off topic, the way I become lucid, and it's a great practice to actually do, for those of you who have not heard of it, is there's two ways that I personally do. There's plenty of ways to become lucid in the dream state. One way that I do it is I tell myself, I want to see, before I go to sleep, I meditate on seeing my hand and telling myself, I want to see my hand in my dream. I want to see my hand in the dream. I want to see my hand in the dream. And what happens sooner or later, after you've done this meditation over and over again, you will be dreaming, and you'll be non-lucid in the dream state, simply reacting to everything. And then something will click within you, and then you will give directions. Oh, I want to see my hand. Once you take control of your unconscious state, of this unconscious dream state, once you know that you can take control, you say to yourself, oh, I want to see my hand. That's giving an instruction within the dream. And then you become lucid. It's like this. Immediately, you go from reacting to whatever's happening to say, whoa, 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 I'm dreaming. I can do whatever I want. Equally so, let's move it back into the physical world. If you're sleepwalking through life and buying into the ideas that we're all judgmental, angry, resentful, jealous people, you are simply sleepwalking like everybody else. But once you take conscious control of it and remind yourself, wait, I'm love. Love is my creator. And therefore I'm simply love's extension. And my creator is all. And therefore love is all. And therefore all my brothers and sisters are simply love, expressing themselves in the best way they currently know how. So when you remember that, you become conscious in the physical world. The illusions of the ego, the programming of the ego, begins to drop away little by little. And you start to see the truth in your brothers and sisters. And when you start to see the truth in your brothers and sisters, you have less and less anger, judgment, anxiety, stress, and you have more and more peace, more joy, more compassion, more forgiveness. Because you know the truth in them. Equally so, going back into the dream state world. When you're not lucid in the dream state, you are reacting, you become angry, fearful, you run away from whatever things you're thinking you're running away from. But interestingly enough, when you become lucid within a dream, your fear melts away, your anger melts away, and you start to see how much control you truly have over your experience. because you're creating your experience. Equally so, here you're creating your experience, because things are just happening here, just like they're happening here, but it's the way you perceive that experience that affects you. If you buy into the illusion of judgment, anger, resentment, fear, here, that's the kind of experience you will have within your mind and life. If you believe that they are love, if you believe that they have co-created the journey perfectly for themselves with God's source, then you respect their journey and you allow their journey to be whatever it is, and you have peace about it. And so see, in the dream state and in the physical world, you are still the author of the world you see. And just to go back there for a second, the second way that I do it, go into the lucid dream state, is I keep telling myself, this might sound a little strange, but I keep telling myself I cannot put my hand through physical objects. So whenever I'm in the dream state and I'm non-lucid in the dream state, and sometimes I catch myself, wait, and I see, like, let's say I see a wall or a chair, and then I catch myself and I say, wait, am I dreaming or is this real? So then I put my hand in the dream, I put my hand through a wall or through a chair, and then, or through a table, just go through a table, and if my hand goes through it, then I know that I'm dreaming. It's a little strange, but just a way that I found to be helpful for me to get it lucid within the dream state. And so you can become lucid within the dream state, and you can awaken in the physical world, because everything in this world is symbolic. There's symbolism all over the place, and that's just another symbol. The dream world is a symbol of this physical world, and they're both equally the same. You can become lucid within the dream state, and you can awaken within the physical world. Or you can just be dreaming non-lucidly in the dream state, like most people do, and you can be sleepwalking through the physical world like most people do. And so let us today simply practice that. Let us practice becoming. You can practice before going to sleep at nights. You can practice meditating. I want to see my hand, or trying to put your hand through tables or walls or what have you. And you practice. The more you practice, the better you get at it. It might take you a day, a week, a month, a year. Who knows? But you can become lucid within the dream state, and that will help you see how much control you truly have here, also in the physical world. And as you align with the truth within you in the physical world, you awaken, because your awakened state is actually your natural state. When you are extending this love that you are to the world, this forgiveness, the joy, the compassion, the kindness, generosity, that is your truth, that are all extensions of love, then more and more you have more peace, more joy, more compassion. And so in the end, you're the author of the world you see. Took a while to get there, I guess. Hopefully it wasn't too complicated, but I trust this was helpful in some small way. Thank you very much for your time. I love you very much. If you'd be so kind as to like, comment, or share the video, it would help with the listening process, and it might help somebody find this video someday who can use the information. If you'd like to leave me a comment or a question, I would be delighted to try and offer a response. And if you could please subscribe to my YouTube channel, my Instagram, my Facebook account, I would love to have you in those communities. Again, thank you very much for your time. I love you very much, and God willing, we will see each other tomorrow. Peace.